All right, welcome to the Riley Wise Show. Conversation of our podcast today is insecurities of men and women in a relationship. Today we got Mr. Linnell Watts, Senior, who's been around a while and got some pretty good knowledge. So we'll ask him a couple questions to see what he thinks about it. Feel free to chime in, send messages, whatever you want to do. We accept it. All right. So, first, Mr. Linnell, where do you think, or when do you think, insecurities start in males and females? Do you think it starts in early childhood, or is it through life experiences, or is it because of who do people hang around later on in life? Just tell us what you think. Not necessarily your relationship, but you know.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'd like to say that I'm glad to be on your show, and I hope this won't be the last time. We're talking about relationships. You asked the question, where did it start? How did it start, basically?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be 61 this month, and I've been around a lot. I've seen a lot, heard a lot, done a lot. And I've been in some relationship that was similar to that situation. I would say, how do the insecurities start? Well, insecurities are a learned type situation. You wasn't born insecure. It didn't happen that way. Not at all. Insecurity starts maybe even from your childhood when you was growing up. Maybe your mother cheated on your dad, or maybe your dad cheated on your mother, and it's ingrained in your spirit and inside of your soul and inside your mind that as you begin to get older, that it might happen to you, and so you begin to look for small clues that, hey, they cheating only because you saw your parents go through the same situation, and every little thing that reminds you of your parents' situation, you think you're in the same situation. So even from the beginning, before you could even start a decent relationship with anyone, you've already had baggage. And you had baggage without even being in a relationship. That's kind of crazy. Think about what I just said. You had baggage before you was even in a relationship with the person that you with, your husband or your boyfriend or whatever significant other the case may be, before you even got into the relationship, only because you saw what happened with your parents. Second, let's say that you had some friends growing up, or a distant relative, not even your parents, especially with your friends. Your friends may share with you, my mom and them, they've been arguing a lot and fighting a lot. This is your best friend. You might even spend the night at your best friend's house and you saw them arguing about maybe him cheating or she's cheating. And so all this stuff is embedded in your spirit. And finally, yourself. Let's say that you've never seen it growing up. You never heard it with your friends. And there it is, you with your boo. It could be your guy, your girl. And they start coming in late. They working late all the time. But you can't see it in the check. Or they with their buddies, or they on the cell phone and you not, able to hear the conversation, they turn it back, so forth and so on. So you experienced all this negative stuff and you felt in your spirit that something is going wrong. Well, more likely than not, it is. And because you experienced this is the person that actually experienced it with their own life situation, begin to develop these insecurities. And the sad thing about this, Marcus, is that they carry it on to the next relationship. And there is a way, but I'm gonna stop right there. But that's basically how it starts. What's your next question?
Okay, you brought up a good point when you were talking about can insecurities create toxicity in a relationship, in any relationship, with anybody? then create toxicity to ruin, to have potential to ruin the relationship.
I'm glad you asked, Marcus. It will knock it out the box. Insecurities will sit there and cause a toxic situation. I mean, something simple. You've been together, and little simple things that you may do may trigger this insecurity. And once the insecurity is started, now you've been asked questions that is not normal. Like, what took you so long to come from the store? Anytime you begin to be micromanaged as a spouse, as a friend, in a relationship, develops into a toxic relationship. As he say, toxicity. I can't say it, but he said it. So it becomes to be a fuel type thing that starts a fire. Why do you keep asking me these questions? I already told you one time, but you don't believe me. And now that person is escalating because they are inquisitive on what took you so long. When, first of all, there's a long line there inside the checkout. You had to search for the product. You couldn't find the product, but you kept looking, and you talked to the cashier and everybody else to finally get the product that you was looking for. All of a sudden, now you at home. Now you're being challenged on what took you so long. Or you have already explained a situation on what had happened, and they still want to ask you about the same situation. You answered it. This caused you to escalate as a person, and the person that has the insecurity is causing you to escalate because you're getting bothered and upset because you already know that you answered the question. Why do you have to continue to answer the same question 1,000 times? And this bothers you, and it should bother you, because that lets you know that, first of all, the person don't trust you. And with that being said, if they don't trust you, why are you in the relationship? Correction. Why are they in the relationship? And the strange thing about that is they don't trust you, but they stay in the relationship. Why? I don't know. But yes, the answer to your question, Marcus, is insecurities in a relationship can and will cause a toxic type situation where you'll be at each other's neck. You'll be at each other's neck.
All right, now with that being said, should the two people in the relationship, is it worth fighting for if it's so toxic to where you can't get a break from it?
That is a good question, Marcus. The answer to that question is it all depends on the individual people. Every relationship is not the same. Sometimes you may get a breakthrough where the individual person that is toxic see that you truly love them, and they're being worked on at the same time as they begin to see. But then there are cases when it will get to the point where it becomes dangerous. If any time in the toxic relationship, and I would tell anybody this, and it all depends on you, how well you're able to deal with this. If violence become a part of this toxic situation, I would say under no circumstances should you stay in that relationship. None. Because what a toxic person will do when they think that you're cheating, in their mind you're cheating, and they will try to find any situation that will confirm that you're cheating when you're not. Any little thing that looks like you're cheating could trigger them. Because usually those people that are in that relationship, the people that have been hurt and wounded people hurt wounded people. Toxic people hurt people because they feel that they're hurt and they've been in a situation that, hey, they're not going to let nobody else do this. I'm not going to let you do this to me again, Tyrone. Shirley, you're not going to do this to me again. And so they go on a pass and saying they're not going to allow nobody to do this again. And basically they're saying, I will hurt you. I will kill you dead. And anytime you have any type of situation like that, I'm saying this to you, Marcus, get out. Some people won't get out. I've known those who haven't got out and still in the relationship because they're still trying to prove that they love that individual person. There's going to be a time and point where they're going to give up and say, you know what? I'm getting too old for this. I've proven to you that I've loved you 1,000 times, but yet we still go through the same thing. And I'm not happy because you're not happy. And if you're not happy, how's that going to make me happy? And I'll leave it right there.
All right. So, with that being said, what do you have to say to people that are in that type of relationship and believe in their relationship, and they've stuck side by side with this person for years. And I'm not talking 2 or 3 years. I'm talking 5 plus.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to those individuals who have been going through the same thing for 5 plus years, and they feel like they want to give up?
Okay. That was a good question. How do you speak to a person that's been through it for years and they feel like they tired? They want to be happy. Well, my answer to that is prepare to leave. Prepare to leave. Because if you see that there is not going to be a change and you're not happy with yourself. You're not happy with yourself because you've been in a relationship for so long. You feel that you're wasting your time because it's not getting better. In fact, it's gotten worse. If you are that person in that situation, I say this to anyone, Marcus, prepare to get out by any means necessary. Prepare to get out. A lot of time, a good plan is a long plan. In other words, you know that person will hurt you if you try to leave right away. You know that person will hurt anybody you try to get with if you leave right away. So first of all, one of the things that you should not do is, especially you are the person that's committed to the relationship. I know, that's why we're talking. You're not cheating. You love the person. You prove to them that you love them. But in their mind, you still a cheater because they don't have trust, and they build this wall up where is if they try to push you away out of the relationship, so they won't be the one to say that they quit the relationship. They want to push you away because they got that wall up, and they want you to leave because they can sit there and say, "I told you so." Yeah, you wanted to get with that beat. I knew it. When all the time, you never wanted to get with no B. You never wanted to get with no nigga. You just tired of the conflict. You're tired of the distrust. You're tired of the insecurities. You're walking on eggshell in your own home. I'm going to say it again. You're walking on eggshell when you go to work, go to a restaurant, go to a family event, go to anywhere. And the worst part about it is if you're in your own home, you're walking on eggshell. What you should do, because you see out of all 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, okay, we ain't going to go as far as 15. If you go past 12, you messed up. You need to come out. I'm saying, because it's not going to get any better. He or she already showed you. They're adamant that you're cheating. If they're going adamant that you're cheating, that's not going to make you happy because you are giving 100% trying to show them, I'm not cheating. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. I'm going to leave it right there. Go ahead, sir.
I got one more thing for you, man.
Okay.
One more thing.
Talk to me. Now,
So,
there is a way that you can stop all that, but I'm going to let you answer the last question, though.
Hey, that was my question. How do you stop it?
Okay, this is the way that you stop all that. This is not for the person that's the victim of the person that's insecure. This is for the person that's insecure. And I also could add that to the person that's not too at the end. Number one, you're insecure. You're very much insecure. I'm going to tell you how you know that you're insecure. Number one, if you're checking their cell phone while they're laying down or asleep or whatever, you're insecure. They've never did anything to sit there and show you that they're cheating. But you want to know what's on their phone. You brought that baggage from your last relationship. You're insecure. Number two, if you're on a Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, or whatever, and you're seeing who's liking their page, you are insecure. You're very much insecure. You are. You are. Number three, if you delete the people that's on a page that's liking a page because you don't know them, you are very much insecure. And making it seem like they the one who deleted them, or you texting on their stuff, your words, but it's on their cell phone, you're insecure. You're very much insecure. If you go to their job while they're at work and they're on a lunch break, and you look through the lunchroom window to see if he's talking to somebody, if she's talking to somebody, you insecure. If you talk to their past exes to find out about their history, their past is their past. Why you want to know about their history? You're already with them. Your past is your past. Their past is their past. You all are starting a brand new relationship. What do the past have to do with your relationship? You're insecure. If you have to monitor everything they do, micro monitor, you're so much insecure that you don't even have a life for yourself. If you call their friends up, find out where they at, you're insecure. I think I'm said enough about insecure people. If you hiding in the trunk of the car, when they drive off, you insecure. If you fake like you gone to work and you still there, you hiding in the closet to see if they get on the phone, you insecure. Yes, you are. If she or he put on perfume or cologne and you ask them that dumb question, oh, you must be getting ready to see somebody. You getting ready to see that? Oh, that me? Yeah, You don't know. See, the weird part about it is, when you go to work, you put on perfume. When you go to work, you put on cologne. So what's the problem? It's good for you, but it's not good for them. That's a problem. Okay, last but not least. Now, I hate to say this. I don't even want to say it. Marcus, I don't want to say it.
Say it.
I got to say it.
Say it. Give it to him.
If you smell the genitalia of your mate when they come in, because you think in your head that they messing around, you very much insecure, and that person don't need you, and you don't need that person because you're driving yourself crazy. Why be in a relationship with someone you do not trust? Now, because of that, now I'm going to answer that last question on how you get out of that insecurity type situation. I'm talking about for the woman that's insecure, how you get out of that insecurity type situation. Number one, once you break up with your last mate because of your insecurity, because you're the one who caused the breakup. Yeah, you, male, female, you caused that breakup. The way that you get out of that, Marcus, is number one, you need to spend time with yourself. You need to know who you are. You need about somebody say a minimum of 2 years by yourself. Revamping yourself. Re-knowing yourself. If you getting out of a relationship, you don't even know who the hell you are. You don't. Because each relationship, you end up having to become who they want you to be. And we shouldn't bow down in any relationship. You shouldn't bow down to be what somebody else wants you to be. Oh, you should do this. No. Before I got with you, I had goals. Now my goals seem to be diminished. Now I don't know what the hell I want. Because I'm spending too much time with you while you trying to program me. And this is male or female. Sir, you can't program her. If she allowing you to program her, she's a fool. Because her gift and her talents are not being used. It's not being used. Everybody has a gift. A woman has a gift. A man has a gift. A man think inside the box. A woman think outside the box. When there's a relationship, she can see stuff you can't see. And she can explain stuff that you may not be able to explain. But while you working inside the box, you can work things out that she describes. She can see danger before you can even see it. She can tell when somebody like you when you don't. Just like the men. Men can see the same thing. All of us are equal in some part. Women have their gift, men have their gift. We think compartmentalized. Women think outside the box. She sees everything. A lot of times she may be wrong. But damn it, man, a lot of times she's right. She's right on the money. So men, as men, you have to use them. I'm not talking about use them like they some kind of child, but use them allowing their gift to flourish. Use them allowing whatever gift they have. If she want to do the garden, let her do the garden. She want to paint something. This is all the part of creativity. Do not stop that creativity from flowing. Now, also be wise. Don't let that creativity get them in trouble because we compartmentalize. So therefore, we have boundaries on that creativities. We just don't let them go out. I'm going to drive a motorcycle. I'm going to go. No. You're not just going to do what you. No, we have to plan this together and see how this is going to work. So I can see if you're able to do all this that you're talking about on your own. Because you may be taking a load that you can't handle. Same thing with a man. Sometimes a man just sit there and take on, because of his word. A man honors his word, Marcus. He do. The moment a man says something, he honors it. But he should always run it by that woman first. I'm going to tell you why. Because she may be able to see something that he don't. And say, well, why didn't you? And you're like, because a lot of times we'll argue about a situation. But a lot of times they outside, I won't say insight, it could be insight, has a lot of information. You're like, we may not admit like that. I ain't thinking about that. Okay. So for everybody doing this podcast, I thank Marcus for asking me these questions. I know he got probably another question to ask. You got something else?
Nah. You covered it, baby.
So basically, again, be good to yourself. Number one, insecure people, stop being insecure because you're going to lose them or you're going to lose her. It's going to happen. No one's going to stay with an insecure person, especially if they do not trust them. It's not going to happen. They're going to cut you loose, cut you short. It's a done deal. It's a wrap. Thanks to Marcus in his interview. Here go Marcus right here. He's been doing all the interviewing. And so that's a cool brother. And so we get ready to say a shout out and bye to everybody. We're going to place it on YouTube in a minute. I don't have it on there. That's why we don't have many people say anything. But hey, peace, soul, and goodbye. Yes, goodbye.